Hello, book friends. It's day one of gifting books, building libraries, building reading and literacy legacies here at the Book Judge. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are getting closer and closer to Christmas, so today starts my gifting ideas. We want to build our own libraries. We want to leave a legacy of reading great books. We want to leave a legacy of literacy, and I'm here to promote the best books for you, your family, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, people in college, high school, elementary school, and those who love a good mystery no matter what your age. Today I'm really focusing on the high school and college age. I have to confess I read The Hunger Games. While I like the premise and the idea of The Hunger Games, I can't highly recommend it, but I actually think some of the stuff that happened in those series could take place in our world today. It was a warning series. I also must confess that I started to read the Divergent series. I was less impressed with the writing. I think the author veered off into a lot of teen romance, and I realized that's the audience that was being written to. But I like books of substance, books that challenge the youth, the young adults in our country to be better, to be stronger. We have kind of gone soft here in America. We almost live in the land of too much. These books teach us what sacrifice is about, what love is about, true love. True love is sacrificing and giving of yourself. It's about being strong when no one else will. It's about standing up when no one else will. And so that's why I found these books so incredibly inspiring. Book number 1, A Time to Die. This is a beautiful cover. I'm glad that the author didn't waste any expenses when she first published this. There's a little bio about her on the back. It's a fairly thick book. It would be great for your kids to be reading, great for your nieces and nephews and grandkids to be reading over the winter break. So even though it's a larger book than maybe most kids like, it is so incredibly worth it. After I read it, I was chomping at the bit for book number 2 to come out. Book number 2, A Time to Speak. Look at that cover. This person is standing on a precipice of an ice-covered cliff. Again, I told you, these are thicker books maybe than most people think they can read, but you're going to burn right through them. As an adult, I did. I was so pleased to find good writing that challenged young people to be more than they are, to be courageous in our modern day society. This series does take place in a world created by the author, but the principles are very much for our students, our nieces, our nephews, our grandkids today. Let's help our kids be stronger. Let's help our kids be willing to sacrifice. Let's help our kids be better. Let's help our kids be great readers and great thinkers. They will be the leaders of society. That's why I promote good books. That's why I tell you to build your own library. I don't think you're going to find greatness at a government institution, the public library. I'm sorry, but I don't. Actually, I'm not sorry. I think that's the truth. That's why I'm encouraging you to leave a legacy, leave a library behind. I like digging deep. I like soul-searching books that ask us hard questions. Would we be willing to do what the hero and the heroine in these books do? Let's make our kids stronger. Book number 2 is incredible. Get it today. Please post in the comments below where you found it the cheapest. Go to some of those used book locations and see if you can get it cheaper. And if you have a local bookseller, give them your business this Christmas and order it through them. And finally, book number 3. What a great finale. A Time to Rise. Does that not inspire you? A time to rise up, a time to rise up and make a difference, a time to stand your ground and take your place. And you might be surprised who's following you, who's encouraged by your strength of character and your leadership. This book is about the same thickness. There's the author right there with her biography. For a breakout series, this is incredible writing. It's going to encourage your high schooler, your college student, your 20-something who's careering to be so much more than they are. I think we get comfortable. I think we get cozy in America. Even though we're living in times of inflation, we still have life so much better than the rest of the world. I'm thinking right now of the war in Ukraine that's gone on for far too long. I'm thinking how Israel is being attacked by Hamas. I'm thinking of all the anti-Semitism that exists in a country where we stand up for others. A time to rise. We see the person on the front rising up. We don't know if anybody's following her. We don't know who she's leading. Is she by herself? Is she willing to stand her ground when nobody else is with her? What sacrifices is she willing to make? These are questions I had when I opened this book, and the conclusion is extremely satisfying. I think we should be in a position of encouraging our kids to be stronger, smarter, wiser, tougher. I think we should be preparing our kids to stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. Anybody who stands up for a suppressed population, and I mean truly suppressed, I'm not talking perceived oppressed, I'm talking truly oppressed, truly endangered, truly beaten down by society. Anybody who stands up for that is worthy of my time and attention. Nadine Brandis does a remarkable job with this series. She may have written other works before this. She may have written short stories that I'm not aware of. Search this author. Your kids might like more of her works, but these are without a doubt my favorites. So I'm going to review one last time. Since we're now in gifting season, you have time to order these and get these to the people you love, or build your own library at home for those emerging teenagers in your life. I'm going to go through them one last time. A Time to Die, book number 1. It might be an intimidating title, but it is a necessary read. I wish books like this were taught in homeschool co-ops. I wish moms and dads would read these with their kids. I wish that public schools would read more material like this. I think our society would be better off if we considered what influences us. Book number 2, A Time to Speak. If ever there was a time for us to be speaking up, it's now. I love the courage in this book. I love the self-sacrificing characteristics of the characters we come to love. This is an incredible book. Please get it. Please get it for your 10 and 12-year-olds who might need really good reading material when they're about 14 to 24. It's just that good. As an adult, I really appreciated what this author did, and I wish there were more authors like her. And I have found some. I'm going to be recommending them. Finally, A Time to Rise. This is the last book, and man, is it inspiring. You're going to want to get it as fast as you can. Get it sent off to your relatives now. Get it sent off to your nieces and nephews now. Get it sent off to your grandkids. If you're looking for gifts for your college roommates, this is it. If you're looking for gifts for the 20-something who's careering, who still likes reading and is looking at building their own library and building literacy and gifting something in the future to people they love, this is it. Get the series. You will not be disappointed. I so would appreciate your comments. After you read book 1, tell me what you think. Or have the person who read the book or was gifted the book get on my channel and tell me what you think. Thank you, book friends. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting this channel. This is day 1 of my Christmas book gifting ideas in 2023. And again, if you don't get them until later, finding a gift after Christmas is kind of like finding extra fries in the bottom of your fast food sack. If your books come in late after New Year's, people still like receiving gifts and they like being remembered. So thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for telling your friends, your teachers, your homeschool cooperatives about me. I've appreciated the comments from those who've written in through bookandgavel@gmail.com, and I appreciate your honest responses and ideas that you have for me in the future. Take care. I love audience participation. Merry Christmas, and order these books from your favorite retailer today. Goodbye, book friends.